1949 Allis-Chalmers road grader. It's the only piece of equipment in New York State that's older than me and can still work a full day's job. This is showroom condition, but it is 100% functional. I've done a ton of roads. This is my first storage unit here in Mecklenburg. I would suggest that the Mecklenburg storage unit is a nearly perfect place to be. Very efficient, very financially prudent, and all brand new. All right, back to Alice. Here we go. Right now we're looking at the front of this unit. We've got the caution light going. Of course, always be careful with a road grader. You don't want to be in front of it. We've got military tires on the front, which are, they're probably 40 years old, but they're like brand new. They're going to outlast me. So I'm very proud of those things. And I wish they made them in bigger sizes that are really bigger. The backs, we've got regular snow tires, but they're all perfectly smooth and continuous, so we don't get any big trails. All right, you can see here, we've got plenty of dirt and mud on it. It's not perfectly clean, but as you can see, the stickers are clearly call it out. It's the Model D, the AC, obviously, Allis-Chalmers on the sign. I didn't get the umbrella out today. I've got a full umbrella that goes with it. And makes a huge difference because the sun is always a factor when you're using it. We don't do much rain work. Tough to grade in the rain. The base of this unit, let's come right up front here. Steering gears. This is the old traditional knuckle steering gear. We've got countless knuckles. A quick count, 1, 2, 3, 4 knuckles for absolutely positive. Right here we're looking at the bell unit, which is the swing or the swivel on the blade, operated by this rope, which is late 50s rope, and still working quite perfectly. You can see we've got the ring of it solidly greased and works perfectly, slides very easily. Mechanical, as you can see with the rope. We simply, to swing this blade, we pick it up just a little, put the corner down, pull the rope, opens up the bell unit, move forward or backward, swings the blade. Turning around with this machine is not easy. It takes a lot of room, and so blade swinging is absolutely the norm. The only new thing on it this year is we've got some new foot friction tape, which is good because to get up on her, you've got to make a step down there and get on here, and you don't go sliding off and wind up on your butt, which is never good. All right, we can look in here, and I'm going to step out of the way. You can see here, the seat swung around, but that's okay. It's as basic as it can be. We've got a 3-speed transmission, 1 reverse. There is obviously no power steering and a lot of grease fittings, and they're all greased, they all work. Brakes on the thing are extremely good, thank goodness.
Are they wheel brakes or are they drive shaft brakes?
No, they're wheel brakes.
Really?
Yes. Wait a minute. I take that back. Yeah, the drive shaft is, well, it's slowing down the drive shaft. The actual wheel brakes, it is slowing down the tractor. And new oil filter on it. There's the oil pressure gauge. She runs at about 30 pounds pressure. That's about it. There is a tiny little leak on the thing, which is one of the bearings. Has nothing to do with the motor, so that part of it's good.
You know the displacement on the motor?
I don't.
It's an inline 4 though, looks like.
It is, absolutely. And again, instant start. We'll just take a quick tour, then we'll jump up and start it so you can see that she really does work. Go to the back, you can see the blinking red light for anybody. If when I'm going down the road I have that, or when I'm working, nobody gets hurt. We got the slow moving sign on it, so we satisfy all our legal requirements. And basically the back four tires are relatively new, very heavy case sidewalls. Can't remember what these are, but again, you know, you can see old generator. That's how far back this goes. Not an alternator, old generator, and basically older than hills. Simple as it could be. Updraft carburetor, one filter, and the exhaust manifold still the original. Everything about the engine is original. I've never done anything to the engine, and it runs perfectly. Gas, it's about a 15-gallon tank, and probably about 8 or 9 gallons a day if I'm going hard, which is almost never. Let's just see here. Here's your hydraulic unit with the levers, and this is actually the fill point on the thing. And so we're good there. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. I take that back. Yeah, it is. Excuse me. Come on in here and get a look in here, Eric. We can see it is a 4-speed transmission.
Are those the original labels?
Well, yeah, original. I can't tell you what year.
Is that the starter button right here?
It is. We're gonna try that in 1 second. So
tell me about the accessories over on the other side.
Well, wait a minute now. Let me get over there, and I'm gonna readjust. You stay there and focus in on it. Basically, what we have here is our clock holder, which is vital to the job. We can see today it's at about 4:11. And it stays here, and I'm pretty sure you can see that, Eric. Is it still 4:11?
Still 4:11.
All right, good. And of course, in the other place, we've got the cell phone holder, which works perfectly. Still can hear it when it's running. I'm going to take a little step up on this thing, and we'll start her up, see her run. Put her in neutral. I would normally just choke it a little bit. I don't need to because I've been running it today. We're on just about an idle, and let's see if she'll start or not. Uh-oh, perfect start. All right, here we go. You just take a quick look. Your basic lift. What's that?
How do we rotate the blade?
All right, we're going to see that. I'm going to come towards you, Eric. We're going to spin this. Well, here's what I need to do. I need to turn on the gas.
All right. The anti-theft device?
Anti-theft. We'll certainly turn that valve on. Whoever steals this would get almost out to the road and then it'd quit on you. So far, we've never had anybody steal it, but there's a lot of interested lookers. All right. Now, I'm pulling this rope. You can see this bell device working. There it goes. We're in the get ready spot. I'm going to put this blade down. We're going to creep ahead. Going to change the angle of the blade very gently. It's almost magical. And there we have it. Now we're locked in right there. We've got a lot of choices on the swing. That'll give me a nice easy angle. It's a 10-foot blade. Put it on an angle, you're sweeping about 8 feet. And this thing wants to go. And I think that's pretty much it. It got a very long turning radius, and typically I would make a 13-point turn. Short of that, it goes beautifully. Probably at about a 28 to 30 mile an hour speed and high gear that I don't recommend. But
It used to go right here.
that would be the Ripper, a unit which I never had. And the unit could have it's set up for a Ripper unit, but it basically is a shade on the small and light side for a Ripper. And what happens if you overdo, run into something that you shouldn't, or you put your rippers down, this main frame can crack. And that's sort of why most of these smaller graders, they were set up for a Ripper, but not really ideal. And I never had it with it. I wouldn't use it anyway because too dangerous. The scare fires are what they're really called. And they're about a 4 or 5 foot unit. And if you were in really tough ground, they'd work. We mostly use the bulldozer if we get into tough ground, or we use the front end loader. And then of course, when we're all said and done after all the grading, we're gonna come with a big roller. In this case, a big, very healthy bow mag roller. And I'm gonna put this blade back down gently. And now Alice is on brake, and I believe that's all I've got on this thing. Pleasure talking to you, and we'll see you next time.